This is Woodman here. So, this is going to be another strange message. So, for a few years now, I have had someone stalking me on my cell phone, or it might even be a group of people. I don't know for sure. Now, granted, we live in a day and age of telemarketers and scammers. We have weird people trying to lure us with schemes to get close to us, trying to pretend people are something they're not. Scammers abound. But for a time, I definitely got very directed messages that just didn't seem right, and they still continue on to this very day. For a while, the most popular text I would get would be from women, and the largest majority of them were from so called Asian women. Some of these women would send these racy pictures, some were revealing, some were nude, etc., and so forth. I personally felt that these texts were just way too specific. It seemed like I was being targeted, but that's my feeling. I don't have proof of it. But yeah, I mean, we've all been harassed on social media by people pretending to be from other cultures, whether they're Russian women or African women or Asian women or what have you. But this text just seemed really creepy, and my intuition kept going off. I kept feeling a weird tingle, a weird sense, something going on in my brain. I don't know if it's neurons firing or what it is, but I just kept feeling like someone was trying to trick me, someone's trying to humiliate me, someone's trying to embarrass me. Some of the responses I would get from these people that, when I would text them back and forth just seemed weird. Like, maybe the people knew me somehow. It was just very weird. It just seemed way more than just being a target out of the blue, a random target. And they'll send a message, and usually it's to the wrong name, right? So they'll say something like, "Oh, hey, Ann, I'm sorry I missed your call. Can you get back with me?" And then I'll say something like, "Well, my name's not Ann, and this is not her phone number." And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to disturb you. But who are you? And hey, maybe we can be friends." And I'm just like, "Okay, this is weird. This is creepy." Usually, when people just have a wrong number, they're just usually embarrassed and they go away. But people that just want to say, "Oh yeah, wrong number," and they want to be your friend, that's just way too convenient, way too shady. And it just seemed like the timing of these messages is weird as well. It'd always be at some point in my life where I've got something major going on, maybe an important day, an important meeting, an important appointment, and all of a sudden this message would come in as if they were trying to break my concentration or break my stride or throw me off. And it seemed like they were trying to, provoke me. Like the biggest thing is to get emotions to come out, whether it be annoyance, whether it be anger, whether it be hatred, whether it be sadness, whether it be fear. And so realizing the pattern, eventually I just started emptying myself at these points. Whenever I got these texts, I would just blank. I'd be like, no, no, no emotion, no reaction, no annoyance, no anger, no fear, just blank. And then block and gone. And I just kept doing that over and over and over again until finally those messages stopped. But they have restarted again because what happened is in the past month, because I'm pursuing a lot of things in my personal life, I left my full-time job, which had great salary, six figures, all kinds of benefits. It was really hard to give up that job, but I had different reasons. I had a lot of things going on, and I definitely wanted to sever ties with my old workplace, that building. Just had a lot of bad memories. I had an ex who worked there as well. Wanted to get away from her because to me, they were never coming back together in life, and I don't want to see her. I don't want to be reminded of her. I really could care less. I'm not getting back with her in any circumstances. So just cutting away from that whole thing was really good for me. It was a good step in the right direction because I need to start anew and do my own thing, right? So as I was saying, like all these messages I keep getting are just weird. So now the latest messages are really about trying to offer me jobs, which is just weird, right? Because it's already bad enough. I know that no woman that ever going to want to go out with you is going to call you on your phone or text you on your phone. Like that's not going to happen, right? As a guy. But even more so, there's no way an employer is going to call you and offer you a job, or an employer is going to text you and offer you a job. This is like intuition 101, right? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And I get it, they're scammers, but it just seems so weird how it just changed from one pattern to the other, particularly when I left that building and left my job. And so then you have to wonder if the people targeting me are like, hey, he left his job. Where the heck is he working? Hey, how are we gonna know where he's working? Oh man, maybe we can get in contact with him. Maybe we can offer him a job or a part-time work, and maybe find out more about what he's doing now. Because where the hell did he disappear to? Because it just seems like I just keep getting this stuff like, oh, we have part-time work. Oh, we have lots of work. Oh, we're willing to pay money. And I'm just like, where did all this come from? Like, for the past 2 years, that was not the messages I was getting. The message I was getting was about women. Now I'm getting messages about jobs. And as you can see, it's just the timing is way too weird, right? Like after a bad breakup, all these texts about women, and then now after leaving my job, all these texts about a job. I feel that I'm being deliberately targeted. And people say I'm crazy. People say, "Oh no, it's just a scammer. Scammers do this." There's something about it. Like I don't know. I feel that I have some sort of special sense, something in me. Neurons start firing in the brain. I feel something, and it's too much for me to ignore. So even though yes, people are saying, "Well, you have no proof," it's like, okay, yeah, I have no proof, but I feel something's going on. And you know what? I would tell you that if you feel things are out of place, if you feel like things are a red flag, if you feel like something's going on that just doesn't add up, trust your gut, okay? Because we're all given gifts by God. We are all capable of manifesting heightened senses more than just beyond the five senses. We can have precognition. We can have the ability to see through the obvious. We have all kinds of special gifts that will allow us to do this. Don't ignore your gifts. If you feel something is wrong, investigate that. Find out what's going on. Trust your gut. I mean, you may not ever really be able to get the proof you need, but don't just assume that it's just, your paranoia or your mind playing tricks on you. You know, I think personally that for the past couple of years, there's a group of people who are determined to drive me insane somehow. And I don't know, maybe it's a government outfit. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. I don't know because, I just don't have the ability to see in that way to find out exactly what is behind all of this. But I know something is going on. I know I'm not crazy. I think the people who are doing this would like me to be declared crazy. I think they would like publicly for people to think I am crazy, but I'm not. And I'm not going crazy. And I'm very rational in my responses. And I'm very unemotional in my responses because, knowing the game for what it is, maybe in the beginning I used to, mess around and have weird feelings about it and, play with these folks and, try to, get back at them, say weird, crazy stuff, insult them, whatever. But now I don't even play into any of that. It's like literally the message comes in, block, move on, because I feel that there's something behind this from an energy standpoint. I think there are people that are trying to tap into my energy, and I think they can do it if they can send these weird random messages and invoke some sort of emotion, some sort of reaction, some sort of deep thought process. And if they can kind of tap into that, they can find a weakness, they can find an unhealed wound, and they can go in and they can get power from that. They can use that, they can harvest that. And I don't want to be part of that. All right, so thank you, everyone. I am going to be signing off. Looks like I got a phone call coming in. So take care, everyone. May God bless you and keep you safe and protected. Have a great evening. Woodman signing off. Take care.